Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty in the Frizz. My name is Kara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for another one today. So yesterday I was really excited because y'all know I love Notoriously Morbid. They are one of my favorite indie brands, and their newest collection, Carpe Noctem, arrived, and it is a celebration of their 9th anniversary. So I would like to show you this collection because it's going to be releasing on July 24th, which is going to be tomorrow when you see this video. And I'm going to do this video a little different today, so I'm hoping that it'll be very helpful with the swatches and everything. So if you want to see the collection, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy, if it's your love, if it makes you happy, and you want to hang out with someone that feels the same way, definitely consider joining the community. I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So when I do an intro where I don't have to edit, you know, sometimes you gotta toot your own horn. I'm just saying. All right, let's get into this. So I'm excited about this one. Now I'm gonna be 100% honest. The Eclipse the Sun palette, it wasn't my favorite palette. I liked it, it wasn't my favorite because I love the grunge element that Notoriously Morbid brings. If you don't know the history between me and Notoriously Morbid, basically when I went down the rabbit hole of trying indie makeup, Notoriously Morbid was one of the first brands that I discovered. I probably discovered them after Unearthly Cosmetics, which was then Alien Cosmetics. And what I loved and still love about Notoriously Morbid is the creativity that all of their collections have, just everything, you know. And I know that I don't even use the collections to their fullest potential because there are so many parts to the collections when they release. But just starting with the palettes, which is what caught my eye. They are just some of the most unique palettes that I have in my collection, and I treasure them. When I was asked to be an affiliate with the brand, I was really excited because I already liked them. I already had purchased so much, and I already knew this would be kind of a natural, organic feeling because I love the brand. I already loved it. And this collection is no different. Now, I do have collections that I like better than others, but I cherish them all. And I'm just so appreciative of Notoriously Morbid for thinking so highly of me to review their collections and put me on their website and all that good stuff. Like, I'm just like, oh my God, you know, because I already love them. So let's talk about Carpe Noctem. Now, the reason that I'm so excited to film this is because last night I was just looking at all the shade names because I needed to make sure I can pronounce them all, because usually with Notoriously Morbid, I'm like, don't know what this means. And once again, I did not know the meaning of a lot of the shade names. So it's actually most, like, look, when they send you the PR, they give you like this whole list, not of things to say, but of the description, so you don't have to figure them out. Just tips and tricks to help you, you know, maximize the shadows, things like that. Well, everything that's, let me see, everything that's in blue here, those are my own notes because I had to do research on this one. So let's go ahead and talk about this. Now, the first thing that I want to say is that this collection is going to release on June 24th at 1 p.m. EST. So that's why I wanted to have the collection up beforehand, and I'm excited. This collection is going to celebrate the 9th anniversary of the brand, and I definitely commend them because they have some of the most unique things that I've seen, especially in indie nowadays. Just a second. All right, let me tell you how this video is going to go. I am going to tell you what comes in the collection. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with the palette. I'm gonna swatch the palette, and let me say this, I know I'm being wordy. A lot of times I get the comment that sometimes my swatches look different than swatches from others. And I don't know, I always swatch on bare skin with no primer. I usually do a double swatch, and then I keep it pushing because I just want it to be as accurate as possible. The one thing that I haven't done is I haven't taken the shades and swatched them over a black base. And I think that if I do that today, maybe they will look like some of the other swatches that you've seen, because some of the swatches are more opaque. Some of the swatches or shades are a little more transparent, toppery, sparklier. So I just think that if I do the palette that way, you'll be able to see. I'm not gonna do a look today. I do have on 2 shades from the palette, and I will tell you about that. I will come back and use this palette, but the one reason that I'm not gonna do a look is because what I'm finding is that with an all shimmer palette such as this one that has those duochrome shifts in it, and I'm just speaking from my own opinion, you don't really capture the true beauty of these shadows when you use a whole bunch, because they're not going across your whole lid where you can see the gorgeous shifts. And I noticed that in the last palette, the Eclipse the Sun. I'm like, it just looks okay, but I'm combining a lot of shadows and you can't see how beautiful these shadows are on their own. Go ahead.
I want a jump rope contest.
They can't even see you, and that's amazing. You didn't tell me that. Tell them.
I want a jump rope contest.
Today? Give me a 5, man. That's amazing. Wow.
And I deserve something.
Let me ask you a quick question. Are you in the middle of dinner? Because you know how I feel about people getting up from the table. So there's the palette. There are crystal gem toppers. There are 4. I will swatch those as always. And then there's 1 Mystic Metallic. And then there are some Litany liners, which I'll tell you about them. Okay. And then there are 3 Diablo Lip Rouges. Wait a minute. Hold on. It says more products than just these will be releasing for our anniversary.
Well, how does God talk to you?
August, that's a question for the viewers. He asked, how does God talk to you?
They know.
Well, you know what? Go ahead and put it in the description box. All right?
What? Put what?
They'll tell you. Not right now. Bye, August. Bye. I got to do this. People are going to click off because I'm taking too long. Yeah, they are.
Don't leave.
They are.
Don't leave.
Okay. All right, y'all. So let's get into this. Now,
This is my old dog, Cam. He died a long time ago. Well, I'm just saying.
all right, y'all. I feel like I need to get started. I just wanted to share that I was going to talk a lot in this video about the names of the shadows because I love vocabulary. And for those who don't know, I'm a teacher. So anytime I have a chance to learn some new words, I like to do that. And I like these. Okay. The Carpe Noctem palette, this is what we're starting with. This is a 12 pan palette. Now what's amazing about this is that they are 36 millimeter pans. So they are those big pans and they have multichromes, duochromes, and shimmers. This palette, look at that, y'all. So there's the front. It is $64.99, but I can kind of see that. I mean, this is a big palette if you cannot tell, and this is what it looks like. And I like how you have these more, I don't know what word I'm looking for. I'm gonna use the word potent colors here. And then you have more of the, what I would call iridescent on the bottom, those types of shades. And as mostly per usual, Notoriously Morbid has the colors of the shadow on the back to actually correspond with where they are in the pan on the front. So like this shade here is this shade on the back. You don't have to do any type of inverting. This just makes me happy because they had one palette where they didn't do that, and I was like, I had to refilm it because I was so used to it. The other thing that Notoriously Morbid does is they let you know which shades are vegan and which shades are lip safe, because you know you can be creative with these shadows and use them as highlighters and lip shades. So they let you know about that as well, which I think is amazing. Let's get started. So Carpe Noctem is almost like the opposite of Carpe Diem, which is seize the day. So this is like seize death. Now I know this is sounding morbid, no pun intended, but you know, when I thought about it this morning and what I was gonna say, because I know some people like get all like really uncomfortable about things like this. See, when I think of C's death, and not that this would be an easy concept for me to embrace either, but it made me just think that death is going to be a part of everyone's life. Not that anyone is looking forward to it, but I think the concept of embracing that fact and knowing that there might be some comfort in that. Not right now for me, but I'm just saying there may be some comfort in knowing that it is a natural part of what we all may one day experience. Now, I'm not gonna, make this a sad moment. So that's what I thought when I thought of the term Carpe Noctem. So let's get into these swatches, and I am gonna go ahead and show them to you in the pan, and then talk about the shifts and colors in each shade and what the name of the shade means, because I found that so fun with this collection. Now we're gonna start with shade number 1, which is Tenebrific. And this is a night blue multichrome that shifts blue, purple, and pink. The word tenebrific means producing darkness. And one of the things you're going to hear in the shade descriptions is that a lot of the shade names talk about that, about gloominess and darkness. And that's kind of the whole vibe with this palette. And this one is a multichrome. Next, we have the shade Leaden, which is a satin eggplant purple that shifts purple, red. So I will call that one a duochrome. And basically something that is leaden is like lead. It's heavy. Yes, hard to move. And that's what the shade name means. Next, we have the shade Obfuscate, which is a pale gray multichrome that shifts turquoise, purple, and pink. Now, obfuscate means to confuse, bewilder. Yes. I kind of like that. I'm gonna have to use that at work. Next, we have the shade Somber, which is an emerald green multichrome that shifts green, blue, and purple. Somber means gloomily, dark, and shadowy. All right, the 5th shade is the shade Calignous, which is a deep blue multichrome that shifts blue, purple, red, and gold. And Calignous means misty, dim, obscure, and dark. And last on the top row is Premonition, a muted olive multichrome that shifts pink, gold, and green. And a premonition is a strong feeling that something's gonna happen, and that something usually isn't the most pleasant something, and that's a premonition. Moving into the bottom row, we have the shade Baleful, a lavender blue duochrome with shifting multichrome flakes. And baleful means threatening harm or menacing. We have the shade Dolores, a pale blue multichrome that shifts blue, pink, and gold. And Dolores, or Dolorous, I think that's how you say it, is feeling or expressing sorrow or distress. We have Unsighted, a pale orange multichrome that shifts pink, copper, and green. And something that is unsighted is lacking the power of sight. We have Nebulous, a pale blue multichrome that shifts blue, purple, and red. And something that is nebulous is unclear, vague, or it's ill-defined. And last but not least, we have the shade Malaise, which is a smoky red-based multichrome that shifts red, orange, and gold. And I'll never forget, I think I learned the word malaise when I was in the 9th grade. My teacher, Miss Webb. So malaise is like a general feeling of illness or discomfort, but it's like you can't really pinpoint exactly where it comes from. That's malaise. So one of the things that I want to share upon swatching this palette, I'm really glad that I took the time to swatch the shades on the black base, because if you watch my videos, you know that most of the time when I am using eyeshadow palettes, I'm getting ready for work. Like I don't have time to be fooling around with bases and stuff. I don't know how it's going to look. I just kind of am working with shadows that I just know what they're gonna do, and that's it. You know what I mean? So even when I'm using my indie shadows, I rarely, I can only think of one video, maybe two, where I've changed up the base. So I'm really glad I did that, because you almost get two shadows in one. And I especially noticed that with this bottom row. And I think that if I go back, and maybe I'll put it on Instagram and swatch the Eclipse the Sun palette on a black base, I may enjoy it a little bit more, because on this bottom row, I think you could really see the shifts.
When you're done?
No, you can take a shower now. You could really see the shifts in these bottom shades. The top row, I think, held their own. I mean, they both hold their own, but the top row was really, really opaque. And so you don't really need to do that. It just gave it kind of like an extra layer. But this row right here, I feel like some of the shades really, really popped. Like, I love this shade. This one is Premonition. I love that one. This one right here, which is Baleful, that had those multichrome flakes. I think you could really, really see them, but they all popped on this bottom row. So I'm really, really happy to see that. And I'm glad I took the time to do that. So the next part of the collection is going to be the crystal gem toppers. Now the crystal gem toppers are $17.99. I have not really used these too much, but if you like this type of product, there's endless possibilities with the gem toppers, because you can use them on the lips, you can use them on the face, you can use them atop your eye look. Let's go ahead and get into the swatches of the crystal gem toppers. So the first shade we have is Creperum, which is a black base with multichrome flakes that shift blue, purple, and red. And Creperum means darkness. Go ahead and get them off the tape. Go ahead. The second shade we have is Golden Hour. Golden Hour is a dark purple base with multichrome flakes that shift purple, red, orange, and green. And the golden hour is the critical time between life and death. It's golden hour. And the third shade we have is Noctifer, which is a dark green base with multichrome flakes that shift teal, gold, green, and blue. And Noctifer means bringer of night. And the fourth shade we have is Evenfall, which is a dark blue base with multichrome flakes that shift green, teal, blue, and hollow sparkles. And Evenfall is the onset of evening, or you may call it dusk. All right, y'all, so upon swatching these crystal gem toppers, I think these might be my favorites that I've swatched from the brand. I don't typically use these, but I really like these colors, and I think they really go well, especially like with this top row here in the palette. I mean, they go with the whole collection actually, so let me just take that back. But yeah, these look really, really nice. They are a bit glittery for me. Now, I will say, they do dry down. I couldn't remember from last time, but yeah, they definitely dry down. So if you're gonna put these on your lips or your face or an eye look, they dry down. There's nothing here. So let's move on now. I'm going to try on the Mystic Metallic. Ooh, okay. The Mystic Metallic is called Extraordinary Machine. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but when I looked this up, I was like, let me just like see, you know, where this name came from, so you all can correct me if I'm wrong. But this was a song by Fiona Apple, and I listened to it, and it was just basically about being a resilient person, like that she is an extraordinary machine. Like, you might think I'm, you know, cute, you might think I'm, you know, docile, but you know, I'm this. Like, you can throw this at me, you can throw this at me, but like, I'm an extraordinary machine. I have to give it another listen, but that's kind of what I got from it. So let me swatch this, and then I'm gonna try it on. Now, I tend to like these, even though I'm not a huge fan of metallic lipstick, but the first one I bought, it was like a pink gold flip, and then I had the one from the Low Key collection, and I really like those. I think I like them more than the Mystic Mattes. And I think the first like metallic lipstick I had like this was by Melt from the Beetlejuice collection. So, you know, there's a time and a place where I want that. It's not all the time, but it's sometime, you know? So look at that. Now, Extraordinary Machine, it says it's a pink base that shifts pink, gold, and green. So let's see. And I think we can see right here that there is a green shift here. So let's go ahead and try this on. Oh yes. And these dry down really, really nice. But already, like, I'm not even talking about the lipstick anymore, but just with everything that I've mentioned in this collection, do you see like why Notoriously Morbid is such a creative brand? Like the fact that I had to look up the shade names and what they meant and just how it all kind of connects in a way is what I love and what is interesting to me. So there we go. As far as the green shift, I'm gonna turn the light off and see if we see it. I don't see it right now, but I will say I like this tone. And I see the gold because it's kind of a golden pink, and we'll see. I did see it in the swatch, but I'm not necessarily seeing it on, but that's okay. I'm not sure how much I would want a green lip, to be honest, but I do think this is pretty. But what I could see myself doing is taking a matte, you know what? The green is there. I don't think I'm gonna be able to show y'all because it's right here. I see it. Okay, now I'm looking crazy. Okay, it's there though. That is Extraordinary Machine. And this is $17.99 as well. I like this. I am really, really excited to go into the Litany liners, y'all, because what I didn't realize when I looked at the shade names, I mean, I had no idea. So let me go into the information first. These are $11.99. There are 7 of these, okay? Now, I grew up as a Rainbow Bright fan. What I didn't remember were the names of her friends. And these Litany liners all have names of Rainbow Bright's friends. The crazy thing is that the first shade, which is called Red Butler, I was looking it up, and then I ended up happening upon a Japanese manga cartoon named Black Butler, and I was thinking that Red Butler was a take on Black Butler because it was about the main character who disguises as a butler to seek revenge on those that tortured him and murdered his parents, which I thought was going to go with the collection. But then as I continued to look at the other shades, I realized they were the Rainbow Bright characters. I know. Just now I'm interested in watching Black Butler if I can find it. So anywho, let's get into these liners. Now let me say this about the liners, because Andrea, I'm not sure, she's the one that is my contact for the PR. She realized that she didn't let us know in the paperwork that these liners are smudge proof. She didn't have to tell me, because let me show you. I don't know if you notice right here, that is Lala Orange, and that is whatever the purple one is, but that's from 24 hours ago. Mind you, I have showered, and I do shower thoroughly, yeah, for the most part, and I wash my hands a lot. So the fact that that's still on there like that is letting you know that they do not budge. I'm looking at this, I really like that shade. They don't budge. So I just wanted to say that. And one other thing I want to say while it's on my mind is that the brand always recommends using some type of glitter primer with the eyeshadows. And I'll talk about that at the end because I am wearing 2 of the shades now. But let's go into these Litany liners. I like saying Litany. So let's start with Red Butler. So I'm excited. They come, am I dumb? Okay, they got the rainbow on here. I didn't get the Rainbow Bright connection, y'all, I'm sorry. Anyway, this is Red Butler. There's a clear rainbow on there, clear as day. And these liners, again, are $11.99. There's a very thin applicator here. And there's red Butler. So this is gonna be a matte red smudge proof liner. I'm actually excited about using these. We now have La La Orange, and I'm not gonna zoom in because they're all the same as far as the packaging. There's the brush for La La Orange. And we're gonna put that right here. And yeah, it's great that the brush is stiff like that because it's so stiff and narrow and pointy. It's going to be very precise, you know, on your lids. Next we have Canary Yellow. Kind of blends in with my skin. All right, there is Canary Yellow. Next we have Patio Green. Here comes a cat. Are you coming for your shower? Yes. We now have Buddy Blue.
What is this?
It's my paperwork that I use to read, make sure that I'm telling all the information when people send me things. There it is. Next we have Shy Violet. And last we have Tickled Pink. Did y'all know that those were the names of Rainbow Bright's friends? Because I sure didn't. And there's Tickled Pink. I love that. Like, look at those. Those are gorgeous. I think like with summertime and everything like that, well, anytime really, but like the rainbow, I love that. Just so you know, these have already started to dry down. The red, orange, and yellow, they're dry. They're not moving, and I'm gonna have to scrub them later. So yeah, I think those are really nice and a great addition to Notoriously Morbid. So yes. I think they have liners. I don't think this is a new product. They're new to me. I'm gonna take this off and then I'm gonna come back and try on the Diablo Lip Rouge. So I'll be right back. All right, y'all, so the last product in this collection are the Diablo Lip Rouges. Now, I tried this product in the Catching the Naughty collection, the Christmas one from 2021. But these are a nice little slim package. I'm into it. The other ones look more like caskets, which this is just more convenient for me. I like kind of the minimal situation. Now these are $12.99. So let's look. Oh, do these have names? Oh, they do have names. Okay, but the names aren't on the papers. Ooh, hold on. We're gonna have to figure this out, y'all, because there are 3. They have names, but the names aren't on the paper. Let me try Mind Reader first. All right, so that's Mind Reader. There's what it looks like. So let me see. So we have choices. Let me go to the next shade so I can figure this out. Because I should be able by process of elimination, but me and my color descriptions. You're gonna miss dessert. You're gonna miss the dessert train. Nope. Now we have Fear Feeder. Fear Feeder, okay. Now Fear Feeder is a forest green base with multi-chrome shift of pink, orange, gold, and green. I think this one's correct. Okay, yes. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, wait a minute. All right. Fear Feeder is the forest green base. Now let's look at the last shade. Oh, this is like a guessing game. So the last one is Heart Eater. Oh, wait a minute. Gray purple base. This is the gray purple base. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. So we figured this out. Heart Eater is the gray purple base with multi-chrome shift of pink, blue, pink, and purple. Okay. This one is Fear Feeder, which is the forest green base with multi-chrome shift of pink, orange, gold, and green. Mind Reader has the metallic eggplant base with multi-chrome shimmer that shifts pink, gold, and green. Okay, y'all. Let's try these on. Ooh. Let's just go in order. Let's start with Mind Reader. Oh, did you want to tell me which lipstick you like best since you're not getting in the shower? Mm-hmm. You can stand there. I have 3. And I need that when I'm done.
What?
That towel, yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, here we go. And so I want you to think, like, if you saw a girl with this on, what would you think?
You didn't put it on.
I'm putting it on now. Give it a chance. I need that one to try on next. Okay. Okay.
And an e-girl.
A e-girl. So August said I look like a girl that loves spiders
And
so
e-girl.
much.
E-girl.
So this
E-girl
is
too.
mind reader.
E-girl too.
I don't know what an e-girl is.
An e-girl. Just go with it.
No, you just go with it.
What?
All right, so that is mind reader. I'm gonna take this off and we're gonna go into fear feeder, I think.
Put water on your lips and then dry. That's what I was just doing, so you don't
I'm
have
fine.
to struggle.
You're right. August told me to put water on my lips and then dry because that's what he would do so he didn't have to struggle. That's right. All right, let's go into the green one. This one is
It's gonna mix
fear
colors
feeder.
because
It's not gonna mix.
It's still purple. Okay, the
It's pretty
bottom
good.
is done.
Okay, August, my lips are chapped.
Okay, what does that mean?
All right, here we go. Means they're dry. Ooh, okay. Hold on.
Okay, now you really look like your girl.
I don't even go for colors like this, but
It's because, is your favorite color green?
I love green.
What's your favorite color?
But I can see the green purple shift in this.
And what's your two favorite colors?
Probably like to wear,
Uh-huh. No, like
like for
wear-
makeup.
Yeah, and
I
wear.
like bronze, golden
No,
bronze.
color.
Golden bronze. Oh, this. Now,
Bronzy.
what do you think about this one? They can't see you. They don't know
You
what
look
you
like
think.
a dancer. A little bit.
August, I look like a dancer. I don't know if y'all
I
hear him.
danced today.
What kind of dancer?
At dancing class.
I'm your private dancer, a dancer for money. I do what you want me to do. He was like this. Okay, y'all. Okay, I'll let y'all know. You know, it's the end of the school year, y'all. I got a lot going on. This one, you don't like this?
What?
This, it's like blue.
I just said you look like a dancer.
Okay, we got one more, y'all, and then I'm gonna let y'all go, cause that's gonna be it for the collection.
Jaw!
I've held y'all probably way longer than anticipated. I'm having too much fun
Jaw.
with this video. Somebody's about to be having some fun in the bed. I'm actually, not me. That kind of sounded.
It's me because I'm watching necklace.
It's called Netflix, not necklace.
I can't say it right.
You can.
Ow, necklace.
Ooh, y'all.
Is it Netflix?
You know what? Diablo Lip Rouge.
Netflix?
Netflix. Because the ones from the Christmas one were not my favorites. They weren't. Because the colors, it was like bright blue, red. But these, that green. Okay, let's go with Heart Eater. Heart Eater. This is called Heart Eater. This is it. Ooh.
I'm gonna be in the back doing audience time.
I'm your private dancer, a dancer for money. I do. No, that's how she sang it. You know what Tina Turner is?
Then she is.
I do what you want me to do.
That means she sings sassy.
She does sing sassy. You got that right. This is Heart Eater, y'all.
Oh, it's right here. Is this Heart Eater?
This one is.
My sword.
So I don't know if I mentioned that these were $12.99 because I'm up here singing.
Sing sassy.
Okay. So y'all, these are the Diablo Lip Rouges. I like them, and what I wanted to say was that they feel nice. Now, these are gonna have transfer. They're shimmery. They feel good. They smell good. I think if this is kind of like your color vibe, you would like these. Look at this. Dry, not, oh wait a minute, not those. That's the Lip Rouges. Not moving. This is great, y'all. I'm really excited for this collection. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I am really excited for this collection. So let me just wrap this up. I feel like there was one other thing I wanted to say. Yes, the eye look. So for this eye look, I took the Quintessence palette from Sydney Grace and Tentalia, and I used the cool gray mattes for my transition. And then what I did was I took the shade Stygian right here all over the lid. And then on the inner corner, I took the shade Dolorous. That's this one here. Kind of has a green type shift to it. in the inner corner.
Don't forget to wear the shirt.
So that's pretty much all I did for the eye look. One of the things that I wanted to share is when I'm using these all shimmer palettes, when I use like more than 2 shades, I think it just takes away from the uniqueness of the shift. Like you just can't see it. So for me, with these palettes, the fewer shades you use, the better. Like, and the better the look is. And I think the more I appreciate the duochromes and the multichromes. I think that when I use 3 and 4 shades of shimmers, I don't even know which one is which. So that's why I didn't really go into a whole eye look. It was pretty simple because it was 3 shades, but I love how it came out. It's cool toned and I think it looks really, really nice. So let's go ahead and wrap up this video. My final thoughts on this collection is I think this is one of my favorites. I started off getting into Notoriously Morbid because I really do like grungy looks. Lately I've been going for more soft looks, but when I say soft, it's not really soft in color. It's soft in like, I've been doing more muted type shimmers, but I noticed like with this palette, there's kind of a variety. Like some of the shimmers were really, really opaque, but really smooth. And then some of the shimmers, especially on the bottom, you had those flakies in there. So there's a mix in this palette and I really, really like that. I really like this look. Like when I zoom in on this look and look at the shimmers, I don't see like sparkly bling bling shimmers people gonna have to put on sunglasses. You know what I mean? It's just kind of how you use them. And I've been into that lately. I know I need to do a ranking, but this might be one of my favorite palettes by Notoriously Morbid. And I'm actually curious to go back into Eclipse the Sun because that wasn't one of my favorites, and try it on the black base. But again, I didn't use a base with the shadows that I had on today. On my eyes, and I really do appreciate and love this look. I love this collection. I love these Diablo Lip Rouges. I love the Mystic Metallic. Again, I don't use these a whole lot, but they have their place in this collection. And I think these Litany liners are so good. I mean, look at this. So you do not have to worry about these moving. I'm really excited to get some use out of those. If I had to pick my favorite products out of this collection, like if I had to narrow it down and I wasn't sent all of this, the palette for sure. I love the green Lip Rouge, Fear Feeder, I think that's the one. Love that. I really did like the Mystic Metallic. I think those were nice. And I think I would definitely grab a couple liners. I would just pick shades where I thought I would use those shades the most. I think I would pick maybe the purple. I might pick the red and the orange, honestly, if I was, ooh, and the blue. I wouldn't get all of the liners, but I definitely probably would get like 3 of them. So yeah, y'all, that's the collection. I had a lot of fun filming this. I was so excited to get home from work today to film this. And sometimes like when I'm recording, I'm like, I gotta do this. But I was so excited last night when this box came in. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to have this up like the day before, latest Friday morning, but Thursday night is what I want. And I was really excited to come home and film this. So I really do hope that this was fun for you to watch. It was fun for me to film. It might be a long one because I've been having a good time. The collection is coming out on June 24th at 1:00 p.m. EST on Notoriously Morbid site. And then my code Beauty and the Frizz 15 will save you 15%. It is affiliated, so I do get a commission from it. But believe me, it goes right back into just this channel and like having fun with makeup. And I hope you all enjoy that because I really, really enjoy it. And I appreciate you all taking out some of your time to hang out with me for this video. I hope this was therapy for you. It always is for me. Thank you again to Notoriously Morbid for thinking so highly of me. Until I see you again, make sure you're being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.